Hello, if you're watching this video, it means you're interested on my post on Upwork, which is going to be creating, managing, and organizing a bunch of different accounts. And we're going to be creating accounts on nikke.com, which is right here. So this is where we're going to be creating all of the accounts on, and the point of this job is to create as many of these Nikke accounts as we can, and we're going to be organizing them in this Excel spreadsheet. And there's going to be a lot of requirements to do this, but once you get the hang of it, it should be very, very easy. It's going to be the same task over and over again with creating the accounts, but there are a couple things that you have to keep in mind. So it is just very important that you are following the steps of this video exactly how I am posting them, or else this isn't going to work and the project isn't going to be able to be completed. So there's a couple prerequisites and things that we need to do and understand before we make the Nikke accounts, and that's what is going to be required to actually make the accounts themselves. So every account is going to have an email, every account is going to have a password, and every account is also going to have a proxy, which is right here, and I'm going to explain all of this in just a second. And then we're also going to need a new phone number for every account, and a little bit later in the video I'm going to show you how to get that. So we're going to need an email, we're going to need a password, we're going to need a proxy, and we are also going to need a new phone number for every account that's being created. So these emails right here on the left are going to be given to you, and these are Outlook emails. So this is the email for the Outlook, and then this is the password for this email. So this is the password for the Outlook emails. So these aren't going to be the passwords that you're using for the account. These are just going to be the passwords for the Outlooks. So we can just get right into it and get started here. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make these accounts in the specific way that we need them to be. And the first step is going to be using these proxies above. And as you can see, I already created some accounts, and these are the completed ones. And I'll explain why these are orange and why these are red in just a second. But the most important part of this job and of creating the account is making sure that you are using a proxy when creating this account. And a proxy is basically just a new IP address, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. So if you want to just copy and paste the proxy here, you're going to want to come into a new Chrome user. So this is a autofill one, and then this one is SC. So you want to create a new Chrome user, which you can do by adding one at the bottom here. Add Chrome user, and then you're going to want to download this extension. It's called BP Proxy Switcher. And then once you have this downloaded, it should pop up right here. And then all we're going to want to do is we're going to use this proxy that we just copy and pasted. We're going to want to paste it right here. We're going to want to click OK. And then you need to make sure that you select it right here as well. So we select it. And then if this message pops up, you can just hit cancel, or you can just make a new tab. And the way to make sure that our proxy is being used is we click what is my IP, and now we can see that this number right here matches this up here. So once again, this is the most important step. Every account, and you're going to keep everything very consistent. So this email is going to be using this proxy, this email is going to be using this proxy, and this really, really needs to stay the same. So this is one of the most important parts. And I'm going to keep stressing it over and over again. You have to make a proxy, or you have to be using a proxy when creating the account. So now, since this browser right here is using this proxy, we can start to begin to create the account. So we will come to nikke.com. We are going to click sign in, and then we are going to select this Outlook account right here, and we're going to be creating a new account. Email, click continue, and now it bring us to the account creation menu. So it says we've sent a code to this Outlook. So now what we have to do is sign into this Outlook. So I like to just use a guest user. I don't think it really matters too much, and you can find that by clicking guest. We go to Outlook. We click sign in. And we're going to be signing in to this Outlook. So that's the password. If this message pops up, you can just click skip for now. That's fine. No thanks. Just skip through all of this stuff, and then it should let you into the email. Once you're in the email, there's going to be a code right here. So we're going to copy that code. We're going to paste it in. And then for the first name and the last name, we're just going to be using the names that are on the accounts. So there, and Nell Hingle, I guess. For the password, we're going to type in LastPass generator. We're going to click on this. I'm going to click on use password generator right here. We're going to make this 10 characters, and then we are also going to deselect on symbols. So it's just going to be uppercase and lowercase letters and numbers. So we're going to copy that. And the first thing I like to do is copy it right into the Excel sheet. So this password, I'm going to change this title. It's going to say Nike password. And then this one is going to say email password just to make it a little easier. So we just inserted the Nike password for the account. And then we're also going to insert it here. So this password is going with this account. Shopping preference, I like to click men's. And then date of birth, you can just put anything that you want. We can keep this selected. We can keep this selected. And then we will hit create account. So now the account is created, but we're not totally done yet. So we're going to come to account settings. And then as you can see here, it's going to ask us to insert a phone number. So I'm going to be giving you a website where you can do this, and I'm going to pull it up right now. So the website we're going to be using is service.pvaverify.com. And as you can see, we have 198 credits, and I will always be adding more credits if needed. And basically this website is just going to give you temporary numbers that you can use on the accounts. So select our service. We're going to be selecting Nike. Zip code we can leave as any, and then we're just going to click request phone number. And now here's our phone number. So we could just copy that right in. We will go back to Nike. We will click add for phone number, and we will paste this number in. And sometimes you might just have to get rid of the dashes and the parentheses. I agree to receive an SMS, send code, and then we should see the code pop up right here very quickly. So then we take this code, and you actually can't copy and paste. So 627190, 627190. We're going to click done. And now we can see that the account has a phone number on it. So there's only one more step to do before this account is created, and that is going to be clicking on profile visibility. And we're going to be adding in a profile picture. So for this picture, what I recommend you doing is that you create a new folder on your desktop, just like this, and you say Nike Pictures. And then you can go onto the internet and you can just type in, Nike Jordan shoes. And basically you can click on images, and then you can just download a bunch of these random pictures. I recommend having at least 30, 40, possibly 50 of these and put them into this folder. So we'll go to upload photo. We found our image. And then what you can do is you can always reuse the same image. Sometimes, not every single time. You want to be using different images. But if you are going to use the same image, then just, you can always adjust it, move it up and down, back and forth. We're going to hit save. We're going to click continue. And now we can see that our profile picture has been successfully uploaded, and it should be uploaded up here. If you have any issues with the profile pictures and it's showing up as blank, you can just click change photo and pick a new one, and that should solve it. So after you did this, we did the email, the password, the phone number, and the profile picture. Now this account is completed. So we are going to click on log out. So now you successfully created your first account, and now we're just going to be doing this for all of the rest of them. So all we're going to want to do is move on to the next proxy. We're going to copy that. We are going to click on BP proxy switcher. We're going to paste that in here. We're going to click OK, and then we are going to select this new proxy. And what I like to do is I just like to X out on Nike and create a new tab just to start fresh. And then we're going to be repeating the same exact process. So we're going to click sign in. We're going to be using this email. It now sent us a code. So what I like to do, sign in with a different account. And we're going to log into this Outlook to get the Nike code once again. Next, here's the password. sign in. Skip for now, that's fine. Skip for now. No, no thanks. We're going to get our confirmation code right here. You're going to insert it here for the name, Maxi Russell. Password, LastPass generator. We can click on this generate button and we will copy it, paste it into our sheet, go back to Nike, paste it in, make sure it matches. Shopping preference men, random date. I agree. Create account. Account settings. We need to add in our phone number, so we come back to this website. We're going to request a new phone number. So if it logged you out like it just did, what I would recommend is actually not using this website on the same tab that you are using, that you're creating the Nike accounts with. So I would probably use this website up here. So it logged us out because we changed the proxy. So I would recommend using the website, the number website on a different browser that does not use the proxy. Okay, so now we're going to request a phone number. It just gave us our new one. Copy that, add phone number. Paste that in. We're just going to get rid of those. Send code. And now it should send us our code right under here. 652096, 652096. Done. All right, then we go to profile visibility. I only have this one image. Actually, I saved another one. Okay, so we select our image. We can bring it down a little bit. Doesn't really matter. Hit save. Continue. And now this second account is created. So that is the entire process. The most important part is making sure that you are using these proxies and you're keeping them on the account. You need to make sure. So we just made this account for Maxi. And then if we type in what is my IP address, you can see that we are using 6440.158.49, and then it matches exactly. So that is the most important part of this entire process. And then once you are creating these accounts, then all you want to do, if you know a better Excel formula, feel free to use it. But the one I like to use is equal, and we're going to do the email. We're going to do and, quote, colon, quote, and. Next, we're going to do the email password. Then we're going to click and, quote, colon, and. Then we are going to do the Nike email, which is the same email as before. So we're going to type in A34. And then we're going to do the Nike password, which is right here. And quote. And then we are also going to be using the proxy. And the proxy. Click on save. And now we can see that we have the Outlook email, the Outlook password, the Nike email, which is the same as the Outlook email, the Nike password, and then we have the proxy attached underneath. Once that is completed, then you are just going to mark it as green, and you can do this all at once after you've created a set amount, and then the account is good to go. So that is the entire task. You have to make sure that you're using the proxy. You have to make sure that you're being very organized and keeping everything consistent, because this proxy needs to be created on this account and they need to stay consistent when you are organizing them. A couple random points. So sometimes when you're sending the verification code from Nike when you're creating the account to this Outlook, sometimes it just won't send the code for some reason. It's not in the spam, it's not in the inbox. So if it just does not send the code, just please mark it as red like this one. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you.